Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have something really fun for you. One of my favorite numismatic items, and something that I have not had the chance to really show you yet, and that is what is known as encased postage. So this is a 3-cent Washington piece in this metal casing, and you can see the stamp's got a nice look to it. And on the other side it says, "Take Ayer's Pills." So these things were really cool. There's a whole bunch of different types out there, and they trade based on condition. This is one of the more common types, and you can see it has actually just this little patent on it, and it has the patent date of 1862. Now most people, they see this "Take Ayer's Pills" label, and they never even notice that little they get a little closer here, this 1862. So it's kind of fun that they're actually dated, right? And it's got the name of the maker right there on it. So really a fun piece of history. These things trade in this condition roughly in the $300 range, something like that. This is one of the more common ones. Now, if you think that's unusual, oh, just so you know, I mean, this was a way of people, basically advertising, but then also, it actually had a value to it. It's hard for us to imagine postage being worth something, but the fact that they had the postage stamp inside of there really added value for them. It would be almost like just taking a little piece of money and putting it inside of a holder, and then with your advertising on it. And those are wild. But what's really wild is, did you know that we're not the only ones, not the only time period also to go ahead and make encased postage. So these are really cool. I got a little group of encased postage, but these are all, I should say mostly all German. So, you've got your Schurhaus Rheingold here. Here we go. Whoop. Yeah. So these two pieces had almost exact same color pattern to them, even though they're different companies. The plastic casing was identical, and the stamps were from the same time period, right? And so you had 10 Pfennigs or 10 Reichspfennigs on this one, and then these guys had a 50 put in here. Deutsches Reich 50. So those are cool. And then they had a couple others that were a little bit different as far as, let me see this. Well, this one had the same type of stamp, but this one had a 20. So same type of stamp on a 20. And this company here we got the Musebrau. Sounds good to me, right? Maybe someone was going there for Oktoberfest. And then you've got a few here. I shouldn't say a few. I think this is the only one with this style of stamp that I had. A little bit different. More Deutsches Reich. And, pretty cool. Like, what's interesting to me is how I haven't really seen this very often. And yet I do see very frequently, or pretty frequently I should say, the smaller little notes called Notgeld from Germany. So these were used both for advertising and for spending. And what's interesting then is they were used for quite some time, because these ones are probably going to be from I think the 20s and 30s based on the stamps, and y'all can correct me on that. That's fine. I never mind being wrong. And then you get into these ones here that are a little bit later. You got a 50 Heller and a 30 Heller. So these are actually Hellers. So these, but they do say Deutsch on them up here, but these should be Austria. Yeah, see, Deutsch, Österreich. So German, Austria. So, and these ones are interesting because then both of them have this aluminum backing. One's kind of shiny, one's not. And they also, at least this one, has a phone number. And it was early on when your phone number is number 242. Go ahead and dial that now. All you watching, dial 242 and see what you win. The Cafe Conditori Wiedenholm Baden, Franz Josephine. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. Pretty wild stuff. So we got the U.S. 1860s. The rest of these are probably 30s and 40s. You've got Germany, Austria, Germany, and then also, if you look at the lettering on this one, you'll notice export, import, Argentur, Alf, Christian Nielsen, Christian. You know, all of the lettering is a little bit different on here, and you're like, that's not German. That's because this one is Norway. See, and so we've got one or Postage from Norway, and I thought this was pretty wild because, you know, first of all, just to have such a variety of these is unusual. I hardly ever see these at all, and so then to get them from basically 4 different countries in different time periods. Look at that big old long telephone. They actually had 5 digits. And man, it must have been the happening time. Like, what is that, from the 50s? So, yeah, the 50s were a happening time. I mean, if you like sock hops, I think. All right, guys. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.